So welcome everybody to South Western Sydney PHN's Youth Severe Mental Illness Forum. Before we get started, I'd really like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, and to pay my respect to elders past and present, and to extend my respect to any Aboriginal participants who may be here today. And I'd also like to acknowledge the young people in our community who are experiencing emerging severe mental illness. They really are the reason why we're here today, and throughout today we really want to keep them at the focus of our discussions and all our conversations that we're having. So let me introduce myself. I'm Sharon Pedersen and I'm the MC for today. And again, welcome. We're really glad to have you here. There was a huge response to the invites that were sent out. In fact, we had more RSVPs than we actually had capacity for, so there are lots of people waitlisted, and so that's really a good outcome in many ways. And the other great thing about it, of course, is that you can see the video cameras here. We've got Adrian and Ilya who are videoing all of the sessions today, which means for those people that can't make it, let them know that the videos will be available. So, who's here? Who are we? Well, we have over 30 organisations that are here today, and I've met some of you that I managed to get a chance to speak to, and across those 30 organisations we come from a wide range of roles that come into contact with people, young people, so it's really appropriate that we're here. So just so we've got a bit of an idea of who's in the room, I know that we have a number of educators and teachers. Put your hands up so we can see who you are. Any educators, teachers? I know we've got a few. Fantastic, great to have you here. Even one of our videos, guys, so that's great. What about GPs? I know we've got we've got a few GPs in the room. Fantastic, excellent. I know that we've got people from New South Wales Health, including South Western Sydney LHD. Where are you guys? Give us a wave. Great, fantastic. And we also have service providers, including psychologists, counsellors, peer workers. Where are you? Put your hands up. Great, fantastic. And we also have other people who are working in our community, people like domestic violence court advocates. Where are you guys? I know we've got a few of you here. Oh, great, fantastic. And also police liaison officers as well. Excellent. We've got youth workers in the room as well. Where are you? Excellent. Now, I suspect that I may have missed out on some roles. I know that we have a nurse here standing in for representing the whole of your GP practice, am I right? Any other nurses that we've got here from GP practices? Yeah, great, fantastic. Anybody else that I've missed out? Who else is here in the room that's got a different role? One that hasn't been mentioned, yes?
Credentialed mental health nursing.
Oh, of course, and the credentialed mental health nursing. Okay, great. Anyone else that's been missed? I think we've got it covered then. So we are particularly honoured to have Dr. Michael Carr-Gregg giving us the keynote speech later on today, as well as many other amazing speakers. And I know for some of you it would have been a real dilemma to work out which session to go to when it comes to the concurrent sessions. Again, good news because they're all being videoed, so really we're not going to be missing out on anything. It's really just what are we going to be seeing today. So we are in the hands of an excellent team from South Western Sydney PHN. I have Amy Prince down here and also Chris Jones, if you want to just, although I think most people know you, right, but you might want to just turn around so people know who you are. And I know we also have David down the back, David Donatini, who's done a huge amount of work to make all of this come together as well in terms of the RSVPs. Jade, are you around somewhere? Okay, great. And so Jade is really our contact person for any ideas that you might be inspired with or ideas that come to mind throughout the course of today. Jade is really your first contact at the PHN to continue the conversations that we start today. Now, Pritika, I also saw somewhere around the back. Is Pritika still here?
She's still at the registrar.
Oh, okay. So, no, there's Pritika down the back. Fantastic. And I haven't seen Rhonda, but is Rhonda maybe not here yet? No. Okay. But in any case, there's lots of people from the PHN here today, so we're in really good hands. So, let's get started. What is a forum exactly? Well, as people who know me will know, I'm a bit of a word nerd, so I did look up the original meaning of a forum, and it's actually a meeting outside. So we should really be in the car park, shouldn't we? But here we all are in a room that is perfectly designed for today, and maybe we need to just catch up, because really what a forum is an exchange of ideas, and that's exactly what today is about. It really is about staying current with the services that are available. It is about connecting with each other, really knowing who we all are and how do we all fit together here, so that we can collaborate and coordinate even more effectively for the young person with a severe mental illness. One of the goals of today is really to be able to network with other people in the room, and I can see already we're not going to have any problems with that, right? So that's good to get to know the people that we're actually sharing this day with. So if we have a look at why we're here, there are some compelling statistics, and I would imagine a lot of these statistics are not going to be completely brand new for many of us in this room, but they do bear repeating. And one of the ones that I'd like to start off with is that 1 in 4 young people will experience mental health difficulties. And 75% of mental health problems emerge before the age of 25, with a significant percentage of those people having a severe mental illness. And if those people go left undiagnosed and unsupported, it can dramatically change the trajectory of their life. I think that's something that we will all have our own stories of. I remember talking to somebody who was 8 when he first started to think that people could hear what he was thinking, and then as a result of that started to move away from his friends and move away from the other kids in the class and move away from the teacher, and he was 18 when he was diagnosed. And if we all think about what we were doing between 8 and 18, that's a tremendously long period of time during a very important part of our lives, where really there was no help, no support, and you can imagine how his life would have been different if that had been picked up earlier. And not just picked up, but actually there was support available for him. And we all have our stories, but it is one that I find very helpful to kind of bring back some of these statistics, because behind all of these statistics are individual stories. And not only will the trajectory of their lives change if they don't get support, for some people they'll be lucky if they survive it, because we know that suicide is the leading cause of death for young people, and that 8 children and young people suicide every week in Australia, and that was up 32% over the 10-year period from 2006 to 2015. Obviously, early and appropriate help seeking is critical. Whether suicide's involved or whether it's not, it makes such a difference to get help early. Yet, 70% of young people aged 18 to 25 don't seek professional help. And that figure is likely to be much worse if somebody comes from a culturally and linguistically diverse background, or if they're Aboriginal, or any of the other factors that you live and breathe every day. You know the things that make it harder for young people to seek help. In the face of these bleak stats, because it's not a particularly cheery way to start the day, right, but it is the compelling reason why we're here, thank goodness there is some good news. It is 2018. There are a lot of things that work. And today is really about the evidence-based services that are available right now, and that not always that people are aware of. So we need to reduce this tragic, unnecessary sort of disconnect between people with emerging mental health problems, particularly ones that are the severe mental illness, and really think about how we can connect people to help. And really, we need to be the connection. That's the whole point of us being in this room today. And I guess for me, an analogy that kind of occurs is it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. All the hard work has been done. We've got all the outside edges. And there are lots and lots of jigsaw puzzle pieces that exist. And really today is about finding out who's holding those puzzle pieces, because the more that we can see the pieces that each of us are holding, the more we can actually fill in the gaps and continue to fill out that puzzle. And as a starting point, I would imagine there are many people in this room that are aware of the Recovery Point app that was created by the PHN, South Western Sydney PHN. How many people have got Recovery Point downloaded on their phone? How many people in the room? Yeah? Okay, so that tells me there's a huge opportunity for each of us to have all of those puzzle pieces actually on our phone, because that's basically what Recovery Point is. It's a list of all the services that are available in South Western Sydney that the Primary Health Network has actually put together in an app. And if your service isn't on there, and I checked, I think they all are, but if there are any missing services, then Jade again is the person that you contact today. But that's definitely our first action point. You can download it in the break. Why not?